The three main challenges that we faced, both pre and post merger, were understanding the actual scope of merger and what had to be done to identify critical activities for the first day of the merged entity. So, in not trying to achieve everything at once, to have to identify just exactly what we needed for day one. And then post implementation activity became about integration of systems and enhancement of what was already in place. Capita played a key role within Scottish mergers in supporting the activity that had to be done. Pre-merger, there were still existing legacy systems to be managed, and post-merger we had to go to single interfaces and single systems for reporting. During that time, Capita very much partnered with the college and partnered with the work streams to identify specifications for the systems, but also on how to deploy them. Part of merger results in identifying that you have a common curriculum and you have a common student experience. The only way to do that is to have a single MIS system, so consistent coding, consistent nomenclature. That can't be done across three separate systems. So to integrate something in one single system benefits the management of the college and the curriculum planning for the college. Initially I was invited to speak at this conference to give an insight on Scottish regionalisation. Now having a better understanding of the context of area review for English colleges, from an experience perspective, it becomes about the timeline for merger. There has to be adequate time for planning. Planning will be what makes the merger successful if they choose to go down that route. That being the case, there's the planning activity to be done, but there has to be extended funding that allows that to be embedded in a realistic timeline and not to do anything too aggressively. I think the top tips for merger, retrospectively, knowing what we now know in Scotland post-merger implementation, is very much about understanding the scope of what's coming, making sure that there's full communication all of the way through. It's really important to engage staff at each of the individual partner colleges to take them forward and more, probably most importantly, harness the existing experience and the expertise of those staff. Don't assume that everything can be done at strategic level, because ultimately the success will happen at the operational level.